Welcome, everyone, to the domains of dread, and I am Reverend Bob, the DM. So, all of our adventurers are off. Redgar, you're on your way out of the tavern when you see a mist start to roll up around you, and the mist turns into a veritable fog. And Lyris, you're on your way down a road looking for your next mark. And the fog rolls up around you. And the fog envelops you completely. And Caldwell, as you're traveling out of an inn, the same happens to you. And Kukan, you're enjoying a night with some of your dwarven brothers, drinking ales out on the mountainside, and as you decide to go home for the night, you're walking through a fog that envelops you. And all of you, as you're walking, you begin to hear a crunching under your feet in the fog. And there's a darkness, an unsettling darkness. And then you see a light off in the distance. And you can hear the sound of a flute playing. And each of you, you're seeing this light, and you're hearing the flute getting closer and closer. And you all step into a clearing, and you can see a figure sitting on a rock outcropping. And he's dressed in black and white plate armor. The colors alternate back and forth like a chessboard. And his helmet is open-faced partially from the mouth down. And he stops playing the flute and says, "I've been waiting for you, wondering when you would get here." And now, Redgar, if you'd like to go and describe what you look like to the rest of the party.
I'm a dwarf, reddish hair, about 4 foot 9 inches tall, big, stocky, muscular guy, and carrying a big two-handed battle axe on my back right now, glancing around at all the strangers, all of you.
And Lyris.
And me?
Yes.
Well, I have long blonde hair tied back into a ponytail, a fair complexion, long pointy elven ears, as I am an elf, and I stand at about 5'6", wearing a leather armor and have a red bandana across my face.
And Kukan.
Kukin is an 8-foot tall Goliath with very little body fat and very, very muscled out. He has chainmail on with a two-handed hammer and a holy symbol around his neck as he looks at you all very suspiciously.
And Caldwell.
Is very undescribable at the moment because I have nothing on my computer to describe me.
Just give a quick rundown.
No, I actually have no access to the Foundry. I don't have the URL or anything. Everything's on my character sheet.
Okay, well, just describe what your character is in RP.
It's on my sheet. I don't remember.
Okay.
That's why I put it on my sheet.
All right, so there's an indescribable halfling. Eldrin, are you there?
I am.
Caldwell, you have no access to Foundry?
No, I'm asking for the URL. I typed in Department of Dread. I've typed in Foundry. I can't find anything.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you in a moment.
Eldrin, You were walking along, excuse me, you were walking along and you were enveloped by a gentle rolling mist that turned into a fog that enveloped you completely. And then as you were walking, it seemed as if the road itself disappeared beneath your feet, and you were hearing the crunching of leaves and twigs snapping underneath your feet as you walked. And the light disappeared completely, and you were in total darkness. And then you saw the fog again and a light off in the distance, and you could hear a flute playing. And you kept following the light, walking towards the light, towards where the music was coming from. And you stepped into a clearing and saw these other adventurers or people all standing there, and a figure sitting on a rock outcropping in black and white armor that's checkerboard patterned, like a chess set. And he had said it took you long enough. So if you'd like to explain or describe yourself to the rest of the group, rather.
Above average height tiefling, small horns, white hair, palish skin, red eyes. Average build, not real muscular.
And the figure on the rock outcropping starts playing the flute again. What are you guys going to do?
What is the meaning of this? Why did you bring me here?
He stops playing and he says, I did not bring you here. It was not I. I am only a servant of that which brought you here.
I am Kukin, dwarf from famous mining clan. I demand explanation.
I agree. Who are ya?
I am no one yet someone. And it is thrice now that adventurers such as yourselves have come here, and twice have they failed.
Well,
Well,
can you
actually,
tell us who
I-
you? Can you tell us who you work for?
I work for many. Some might say I serve the dark powers. Some might say I serve the darker lords of these realms. I serve in their greater interests.
And for what purpose have you brought us here?
To fulfill a prophecy, one which you will see soon enough.
And if we do this for you, will you allow us to return?
If that is your wish, perhaps you may. If the powers deem otherwise, however, who is to say? But I am sure they will be grateful. And he plays a little bit on the flute and then stops again.
Would you like to be crushed, little man? I can arrange it.
Oh, I am not sure that you would be doing much. And
Kukin steps forward.
he stands up from the rock, and he has a morning star at his side, hanging loosely, and no shield, no other weapon, just this morning star. And he looks at you and he says, behind me is the old Sphalic road. Follow it to Tesseric, and you will find that which you are looking for. And perhaps a prophecy fulfilled. And he walks around the back of the rock outcropping and disappears. Completely hidden from your sight. But when you turn to look, there is no one anywhere.
It is good that you showed fear, but Cookin does not like riddles. You, all of you, do you understand the riddles of this man?
How would we understand? We got here when you did.
I don't even know where we are. I came from an inn, just going home.
I was gonna go steal something, but then fog happened.
Why would you steal? It is not good for you. Not good for
For
your
me.
soul.
For my
It is
soul.
yes. You have God, no? Everyone has God.
Not particularly.
I must train you as we walk together.
Good luck with that.
There is still, by the way, a pale, cold light illuminating the clearing.
Well, should we listen to what that strange armored figure had to say?
It's not like we
Should we?
have anything better to do. We can't get home, and the only way appears to be forward.
You're right.
Very well. Cookin not like it, but Cookin agree.
I don't think any of us like it.
Cookin starts walking forward.
You can see the fog that had enveloped you is just a mist floating. And when you walk forward into the clearing, you can see a road behind you, or behind the rock outcropping, rather. And when you look up, it's just absolute darkness. There's no stars, there's no moon, there's nothing. Just an empty darkness.
I fly up into the air and see if I can get a lay of the land, see nearby towns, landmarks, anything like that.
You have dark vision, don't you?
Up to 60 feet, yeah.
Okay. Well, when you fly up, you see absolute darkness except for the road. You can see spots of light that are lit up on the road.
So it's just pitch black, and I just see like little spots
Yes,
here and there.
of light.
I unsling my battle axe.
Guess I hop back down and let everybody know there's not much to see yet because it's too dark. I don't know.
And there you are, all standing in the clearing.
Might as well get this out on the road. Let's go. As I pull my battle axe out.
Cookin's still
yes.
walking forward.
Okay.
Yes, given that we can't go back home or to wherever we once were, we should get going. I walk forward along it toward the road.
Well, as you start walking towards the road, you can see it's just a simple dirt road, but about every 30 or 40 feet, there's a lamp that's lit on the road. Those are providing you the only light from which you can see. Except for those of you with dark vision, of course.
My name is Cookin, but my friends call me the Machine.
I understood that reference.
I am Machine because I lift many stone when mining, like Machine.
Oh,
Also, what I hit, I destroy.
Greetings, Cookin. My name's Edgar Fireforge.
It is good to meet another dwarf. I am from Stoneboot clan.
By the way, when you look at him, he's clearly not a dwarf.
He's a Goliath.
Yes. He's
Okay,
a huge, towering figure.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you say you're a dwarf, huh?
Yes, I am dwarf from famous mining clan, the Stoneboot clan. Perhaps you have heard of it.
No, I haven't heard of that clan, but there are a lot of clans around.
And you, a flying thing. You not look so healthy. Are you okay?
I'm well enough. I've eaten recently, so we'll be fine. It's all good. I suggest we just follow along and look for our path ahead.
Koken marches first. Koken crush if anything attack.
You continue down the path, and as you're walking, you all notice something. You hear no sounds of wildlife in the area around you. There's not even crickets. Just utter silence. And as you continue, you can just barely make out off in the distance from the lamplight, and the lights there are in the faint outlines of a town. And to the north of the town, from what you can see, it's nothing but wood. Most of the road on either side is also nothing but woods.
Let's get to this town. Maybe they got something good to drink.
Well, Koken is also known as Machine due to drinking during festivals. I outdrink most of my fellow dwarves.
You all get around about maybe 50, 60 feet away from the town, and you hear...
What was that?
Do you see anything?
coming from the town. And you catch a flicker of a silhouette that looks like some sort of malformed creature, twisted and gnarled, hunched over.
I prep my axe ready to attack, but being on the wary side.
Cooking charges.
And then from a couple of others in unison, you almost hear...
Cookin's still charging.
I'm jumping up into the air and following Kukin, but at about a 20-foot distance and about 20 foot up.
Okay.
Caldwell pulls out his lute and starts playing a ditty.
All right, we are now going into initiative.
Hold on, I got kicked out of the virtual tabletop for some reason.
So they've gone into the town.
Yes.
So the dwarf joins the party. He prepares to attack.
I pull out my short bow and nock an arrow, ready to fire at anything that comes too close.
Wow, that's a lot of initiative. Do we have to hit something for initiative?
Initiative is what side dice?
20.
20.
The Foundry handles all of that, though, for your characters.
Okay.
Yeah, I took the liberty of rolling initiative for you this time.
Awesome. Thank you.
can see a handful of figures moving about the town. One of them has a sack full of you don't know what in it. Another one is dragging what looks like a cart one-handed, and he stops when he sees you. And the figures are all hunched over, grayish green in skin with gleaming red eyes and a mouth full of fangs.
Does my dwarf recognize what they are?
Yes, you do. You know what they are.
Does Kukin know what they are?
I'd say yes.
Would
What are they?
Lyris know what they are?
Yes.
What are they?
Stinking goblins! Kill them!
No! Kill them! Before they steal something. Again.
No fear, foolish goblins. Kukin is here to kill you.
Okay, Shadow, can you move the first goblin towards the party members?
I don't see a battle map.
You're not seeing the foundry?
I'm in Foundry, but I don't see a battle map. I just see Strahd.
You have to log in.
Yeah, let me restart initiative here. Maybe the goblins forward here.
I am logged in.
Well, yeah, you can also see it on the. They're also showing it on the stream. On the stream page.
Yeah, but I have to be able to move my guy.
Right.
I still don't see anything. I just see this Strahd picture.
You don't see a spot where you can log in?
Oh, now I do. But it's on StreamYard. I don't see anything on the virtual tabletop. I've already logged in. I can log in, I can see my character sheet. But I don't see a battle map. I just see Strahd on the balcony.
That's weird. I can see everything.
Yeah, I can see it.
Same.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me see what's going on here.
You want me to close it and log back in?
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Or
Oh,
just
did
refresh it.
Minix like
Actually,
that?
refresh your screen for the moment.
I already logged out.
Okay. And just go ahead and relog back in.
So while they're figuring that, we came from the left, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so
I know I'm probably one of the last ones for initiative, just because I'm so bad and slow. So
yeah, we're gonna redo initiative. But if you look towards the east, and you know you can zoom in and out with your mouse scroll wheel, or with up and down, page up and down on the keyboard. Yeah, I don't see Kukin on the.
I'm logging back in. I just wanted to make
Okay.
sure I was on Microsoft browser. Okay, I'm good now. So, Cook in charge, so would he be near the goblin?
Okay. Do you want me to put everyone back into initiative?
Yeah, you should probably put him back in.
Okay, I'm going to put everybody back into initiative. And I'll just go ahead and roll initiative for you this time.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like Archimedes has initiative. So you can see goblins, you hear goblins from the east.
Ark isn't here, Shadow.
What would you like to do?
Archimedes isn't here.
Oh, okay.
Neither is Kazabor.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll remove him.
Yeah, Kazbor's out of the campaign.
Yeah, he
Okay,
can't
Eldrin.
do the schedule for the game.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So if I say Kukin charges, does that have any effect before initiative?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's technically there's no charging in 5e. But, I mean, it's up to the DM, of course, but...
Just, whatever the full out run speed would be.
Yeah, so you would take your you could move, and then if you want to dash, and instead of taking like another action, then you could move twice your normal speed.
No, I just want to know if anything happened before initiative. That's all.
No. Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the goblins, we saw the goblin come around the corner. You both were about equally. Nobody was really surprised. They both were sort of looking for each other. So all of a sudden you go into combat, so you go into initiative. Elgin happens to get the jump on everybody and gets to move first.
And I'm still 20 feet in the air, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How tall are the buildings around us?
About 10 feet.
Okay.
And here, I'll put you 20 feet in the air. Hold on.
Oh, that helps a lot.
Doesn't it? Now you get an aerial perspective on things.
Can I tell them what I see without taking up too much time of my turn and still...
Yeah, you can kind of give a quick shout down.
Okay. Well, guys, there's 3 more behind the one you can see that are on the left side of the building. And now I'm going to move... Well, I can actually do that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Move right there and shoot the one in the front with my flintlock.
Okay. Would you like to do that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if you want to target, just hold down T and click on the goblin.
Okay.
And you can use Argon if you'd like. Or I can do. There you go. You got it targeting.
And how do I actually...
You could click on the pistol if you have it set up in Argon, or you can use item, or you can open up your character sheet and click on the pistol. Or I can blast away for it.
There we go.
Yes. So the pistol discharges. Unfortunately, the shot goes wide.
Well, that gave him something to think about.
Yeah. You see a goblin approach forward. He sees you in the air. And he whips out his short bow, knocks an arrow and looses it at you. But you were able to swiftly dodge it, and the arrow goes past you with a whoosh. Now it's time for Kukin to take charge of things.
Kukin runs over to the goblin. And he swings his maul. Oh, sorry, got a target.
Yeah, there you go. I think you're using a template.
I'm clicking on the maul, but nothing. It's not doing it.
Oh, you want to? Oh, over in the chat, where it says you'll have an attack button. Over, if on my hand over.
On the
over in
right-hand
chat area,
side.
you'll just push on the attack button. There you go. Oh, it looks like you hit him. Then you want to push the damage button. And one mighty blow you fall. You fell him.
I told you, friends. Whatever Kukin hits, Kukin destroys.
You have a little movement life if you'd like to take any movement.
Oh, sure. I'll go after the other goblins.
Okay, so you go up to threaten him. He looks worried as you approach him. Looks up at your giant frame, his eyes widen.
As well, he should.
Okay, this
Sorry, I thought
goblin.
that was out of game.
Yeah. You see a goblin in the back. He looks like he's a little worried about you, so he decides to keep his distance, and he decides to use his short bow as well. But it bounces off that walkway over the top of him.
Puny
Passes over the
goblin!
alley. But he drops his bow and moves forward to join his comrades.
Caldwell runs up to here, looks at, targets that goblin, points his finger, and says, "Art!" and cast Tash's hideous laughter.
Oh. The goblin starts laughing hysterically, uncontrollably, and falls to the ground, rolling around. His laughter seems like it's almost torturous, painful to him. Goblin behind him steps over his comrade, a little bit mystified by the whole thing, and decides to take his luck at the mighty Goliath. Bounces off his stout armor.
Run, goblin, while you have the chance!
Alright, my turn, yeah? Alright.
Yes. Yeah.
Lyris eyes
Lyris.
eyes the goblins. First she moves right next to Caldwell. And then she takes out her bow and attempts to fire an arrow at that goblin. Like, you stinking goblins, go find somewhere else to pillage.
Oh, whatever.
Normal, yeah?
Yeah. That's right. Looks like it skids off the stones.
Darn it.
Would you like to take your cunning action?
Sure.
I think that's the second level you get a cunning action. Excuse me.
Alright.
Yeah, but you still have a little movement left if you.
Alright, I move back 1 square. I back up a moment. And
Okay.
when my arrow misses.
Okay.
And then I end my turn, yeah.
Okay. This brings up the goblin that was directly in front of the mighty Kukan, and he attempts to swing at him with his scimitar, and it bounces off of his greave with a clang. The goblin looks worried.
You should be worried, little goblin. Run while you can.
Red guard.
Okay.
Red guard.
Run up and attack with my battle axe. I guess. Goblin there.
Okay, so you have your choice here. You could probably get to this guy here.
Yep. That's
Okay.
the one I'm going for.
All right. Would you like me to move you up, or you got it?
I gotta figure out how to do that. I don't have no.
Okay, you just you click on your token and then just hold the button down to drag him.
Okay, I see it.
Cool. You can also, if you want to, you can even use your keyboard. But okay, now if you want to target him, hold down the T and left click on him. That puts a target on him.
Okay.
And then you want to attack using your character sheet, or if you're using Argon, the little graphic interface that pop. There you go. And it's a normal attack. You can use the attack button in the chat if you like. Here you go. Looks like the goblin was just able to nimbly slide past your great axe.
Yeah, that's a goblin.
You'll get him next time, I'm sure.
They are tricky creatures, fellow dwarf.
Okay, this goblin here decides to try and scramble up the side of the building. But he can't. There's just no purchase for him, so he slides back down and he looks embarrassed. But he looks like he's about to knock an arrow. Okay, that brings up Archimedes, who's not here at the moment.
He's actually here trying to get into the stream and everything, but we'll keep going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, right.
Yeah, we'll pause after this. Okay.
Going to move on top of the goblin Kukan.
He's still
And
around
I'm
your
gonna
comrade.
I'm going to try.
Could I point out that you have a prone opponent? You get with melee attacks, you get advantage on a prone opponent.
I'm trying to help him by making this guy prone too.
Oh, plus you're 20 feet in the air. I'm sorry.
Right, I'm gonna thorn whip him, pull him up 10 feet in the air,
Ooh, nice.
And-
I like that.
but I'm gonna miss.
Yeah, unfortunately you miss.
Yeah, I was trying to help him out by making the other guy prone too, but you see how that worked out.
Yeah. It's a good plan. Okay, let's go in here. Just trying to save. And nope, he does not make a save. He's just can't break his the uncontrollable grip of laughter on him. So he continues to roll around, laughing maniacally. Kukan.
I'm cooking on Kukan's turn, but nothing's happening this time.
Well, you have a prone goblin who be easy to hit, but he doesn't seem to be able to break off the spell.
Is that the prone goblin there?
Yeah. So if you see the little man, looks like the slippery when wet icon, that shows you that's prone. And so this goblin, so he's actually kind of out of commission at the moment. You might want to deal with the goblin directly on your flank.
Okay.
And don't forget there's one right under me, too.
Ah, okay.
How do I... When I click on Kukin's turn, it doesn't give me a roll again.
I'm sorry? You
How
don't have
do
to
I
click
roll?
on...
Oh, okay.
No, you just just roll from either Argon or from your character sheet. You don't need to click on Kukin's turn. That's just telling you that it's your turn. That's all. It's just an information
Okay.
marker.
Sorry.
That's all right. The attack button.
Do I have advantage at all? No?
If you are striking at the prone one, you do, yes.
No, I'm striking at the one to my flank. Okay, I'll just
Then no, you don't, actually. Yeah, unfortunately, he's able to slip high your maul and crashes into the ground with a spark. And you see that it's echoing through the alleys, and you start hearing some windows opening up to see what's going on, and others slamming and out of fear of what they're hearing. You could try and move, however, if you did, you would draw an attack of opportunity, so it's best to stay put, I think.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay where I am.
Alright, you'll get him next time. Okay, so this goblin is going to grab his bow. He dropped his bow, actually, so he is going to run up and try to help out his comrade with attacking the mighty Kukan. Oh, but he misses.
You are weak, goblins! Run!
Caldwell.
Caldwell spies down this guy and just starts whipping out insults. You look like a dwarf! You look like a dwarf! Vicious mockery.
At him?
Yes.
Okay, so you could just go ahead and roll damage over in the should ask you for. Okay, so yeah, so he looks like your spell has affected the goblin. You've hurt his feelings. He feels very slighted by your comment about comparing him to a dwarf. And he'll get disadvantage on his next attack as well. He's so gravely offended. Okay. So this goblin here is going to strike at Redgar. But once again, he's so upset about the comment that he cannot land a stop blow, and it just glances off of his greave again. Excuse me, wrong opponent, off of his helmet. And now it's the mighty rogue's turn, or no, it's not mighty rogue. It's the adept rogue, skillful rogue.
All right. I'm gonna try to. I knock another arrow into my bow and attempt to shoot the one that I failed miserably at trying to hit before. So
okay, okay. And which one, you're trying to hit this guy over here?
Yeah, the one I'm targeting.
Yeah, cool. I got you now.
Normal. Okay. Here goes.
It slinks off the side of the wall, just kind of ricochets off as he just went the other direction. You saw you trying to loose an arrow, and he went one way, and you went the other way. Would you like to try and move a little bit, or are you good where you are?
I'll try to readjust myself over here.
Okay.
And I'm done. I'll end my turn.
Okay, great. Okay, so this goblin is afraid to run, and he is going to try and, once again, slash away at the mighty form in front of him. But let's see, its armor is too thick. This puny scimitar just bounces off. Now it's Rhaegar's turn.
Okay. Use my great axe, attacking the same one in front of me. I guess that's him.
Yeah, I think I see you. Oh, wait, I think you charged. Yeah, there you go. You
there you go.
yourself for a minute. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so he's on target. You raise your axe.
Okay.
There it is. You land a blow.
Die, you stinking goblin!
Okay, let's find out how much damage you've done to him.
Normal.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And you clove him in two, and he falls into the street bloody.
By the way, when you're attacking these goblins and your blows are landing, they're not bleeding blood. You see a black, oily substance leak out of their wounds.
You stinking goblins!
That's not ominous at all.
Okay, and would Rhaegar like to move at all?
Is there another goblin around here?
You could move forward and strike at the one that's prone on the ground.
Yep.
There's also one.
There's two others.
There's one in front of Kukin. Yeah, you can. But you might want to dispatch the goblin on the ground just in case.
I'm going to go near the one that's laying on the ground just to
Okay.
beat him, get him out of the way.
Yep. Okay, so you're preparing for.
Yep.
Just in case. Okay, so this guy here grabs his bow. He decides that he is going to try and take a shot at the flying figure. That way he can also keep his distance. Oh, and this time he's able to put one into your side. It pierces you deeply. You falter a little bit, but your wings, you have to keep your wings flapping slowly to remain in the air. And the goblin just laughs at you. You can hear him snickering in evil joy.
Yeah.
Okay, Archimedes is still... Okay, so, Eldrin, what will you do?
I believe I'm just going to cure wounds on myself. I don't really like being at 2 hit points.
Yeah. So there's always a nice, comfy, safe roof to land on over there, too.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea. I'm going to... It actually doesn't show as something I can land on.
Yeah, it's just a flat roof. This roof to your left is flat. So you can just maneuver over, and I'll just drop you down to, I think it's 10 feet is the... Yeah, I put you down below the roof, I think.
Oh, yeah. And then let me get to my character sheet, and I'll hit cure wounds. Let me make sure I'm targeting myself now. I don't want to cure the goblin.
Let me Wait this again. I'm not sure how tall this roof is. Anyway, you're we're going to say you're on that roof.
Okay. Now, when I'm using a cure spell, do I hit damage as if I'm rolling an attack spell, or on the character sheet?
Oh yeah, so I beg your pardon. Yes, yeah, you target yourself just like you would an attack spell. So you cure yourself that way, you cure others that way. And yeah, as you can see, if you look over chat, it does it as healing damage. So it doesn't seem to be giving it back, but I'll give that to you.
Yeah, that puts me back up to 8 at least.
There you go. Yeah, so you're feeling much better.
Okay.
Okay, so this goblin is still trying to break the effects of the spell. And his buddies are starting to wonder what the heck is wrong with him. Why does he get up and fight? He just can't break it. So he's still laughing. Okay. Time for the Goliath. Oh, yeah, it's just falls short.
I can't
Right
believe
to
how
the
many
side.
misses there's been.
Me neither.
The goblins
Can I
are
pull the
twice
set
the
lights
break.
out and get a new set?
Mighty Hammer, why are you failing me?
Okay, so he's once again, this goblin is going to try to strike out at Kukin. And he misses as well. His armor's too tough. Alright. Caldwell.
Caldwell puts a sly smile on his mouth. Moves himself over here. Targets this guy. Drops his drawers and wiggles his halfling hood in front of him. Mine's bigger than yours. Mine's bigger than
Oh
yours.
my God.
And hits with a vicious mockery.
Oh, looks like the truth hurts.
Emotional damage.
So you damage both his form and his body and his pride. Okay.
All right.
And he keeps playing his lute.
Feel like I'm at the Ren Fair.
All right. Maybe I'll be able to hit a goblin for a change. I say. Then, all right. I'm gonna target the prone one here.
Okay, but hold up, if you target a creature with a ranged weapon, actually you get disadvantage on it. Because it's a smaller target, so you may want to shoot.
I'm gonna target that one, the one that's been mocked. Alright, I'm gonna roll to shoot him. Yes!
Ah, there
it
you
hits.
go. Adding injury to insult, I might add. Maybe you put him out of his misery.
Finally! Alright,
Okay.
and I don't need to I'm just gonna end my turn here. Finally!
Okay. Okay, well, he is dead, so... Wait, no, it was Redgar.
Okay. I take it is the one next to me still laughing, or is it dead? Can't tell. The one laying on the ground that was laughing.
The one next to you is still laughing.
Okay. I'm going to leave it.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Would that be advantage?
Yes, you get advantage. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I think I deleted the wrong token. Excuse me a second. I was trying to get rid of the goblin. I actually deleted your token. There's Rickar has a momentary lapse of a bit of existential angst, but he's feeling much better now. So yeah, so it's so just go ahead and take your turn, please.
Okay.
And then we'll restart the round. All right,
I still missed.
Oh.
All right, that's a lot of drama.
I was laying down, I missed.
A lot of drama for real. Okay. It's the top of the round, and that brings up Eldrin.
Alright, I'm going to target the one in the back now that I'm feeling much better. I'm going to fly a little closer, then
Okay.
shoot him. As soon as I pop. That might actually hit.
I'm not seeing a result. Which roll?
It rolled a 16, and I thought I said public roll.
Yeah. I see you targeted him. Okay, go ahead and do a roll for damage.
Okay. Public roll, normal. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
you drop him, and he was the one that probably had the most promise of surviving the fight since he was on the outskirts. Okay, you stay where you are. Or you would like to a little motion left.
I'm gonna come in behind right there.
Okay. Okay, so this goblin will try to save again and see if he can break off the magical effects. What's your DC? Your spell DC? Is it?
My spell DC is... Or is it on my...
It would be right on your right under your armor class. It's 13. It looks like. So he's actually able to break off the effects of the spell, and that is his turn. He's still prone though. He doesn't have time to get up. So Kukin, you see that he's the spell is broken on this goblin. That he stopped laughing. It looks like he's about to try and get up. So if you want to take advantage of the fact that he's down prone, this would be the time to do it.
I get advantage, right?
Yep, that's right.
Better than my
There
dwarf.
you go. He starts to get up and you drive him back into the ground, literally.
Whatever Kukin hits, Kukin destroys.
Okay. This goblin is the lone goblin, GM. Would he continue his fight?
He'd probably flee.
Okay, so...
Run full out, just run off in absolute
Okay.
terror of being overwhelmed at the thought
Kukin.
of something bigger and more, possibly more evil than him and his friends, his companions.
What should be
The
the...
goblin in front of you turns to run. You have a moment where you can strike at him with your maul before he dashes off.
Yes. Oh, let me target him. Sorry.
Yep. You catch him as he spins, and you drop him before he'd even take his first step. He slams into the ground.
Should
The
have run
alleyway
earlier,
falls
Carl.
quiet as the signals of combat fade into the night.
You should have run much earlier.
And as the city goes quiet, or the town goes quiet rather, you can hear the sound of shuffling as people start coming out of their homes and looking at you. And a little child with a little bear in his hand, he comes out, looks at you, and points at Eldred and goes, "Eh, monster!" and turns and runs. And runs to the comfort of his mother, who just hugs him and looks at you. And
Yeah.
then you,
Wouldn't be the first time that's happened.
Aye, he is pretty ugly looking, isn't he?
Notice he didn't scream at my halfling pants around his ankles,
oh god.
hands on his hips. That was a fun fight.
He not monster, little one, just deformity.
I land and try to look fairly non-threatening for the townsfolk.
From amongst the townfolk, you see a little bit of a shuffle, and then you see a figure that's well dressed come to the front. And he looks at you all and he says, "Thank you. These fiends keep coming and attacking us. And there is little we can do but shudder ourselves indoors.
If
Do
I
you know
might
where they
ask,
come from?
where are we?
You do not know where you are?
No,
You're in the town of Tesseric in Barovia.
never heard of it.
Wait a moment. Wasn't this the town that strange armored figure said to go to?
Yes.
He did, but I've never been here, never even heard of the place before now.
His lordship will definitely want to meet with you.
Who is this lordship?
Oh, Lord von Zarovich, of course.
The only Lord Kukin respects is Lord of Stoleboot clan.
Well, he takes care of us as best as he can.
Well, he not take care of you very well. We just had to kill goblins.
Things have been challenging ever since the witch's curse.
Curse? What kind of curse? What did the switch do to you?
We burned the witch Alestria at the stake, and when she died, she left out an unholy wail that echoed through the night. And as the wail pierced the nighttime sky, the stars vanished, the moon vanished, and we have done nothing but dwell in darkness. And then the goblins came, and they've been attacking us repeatedly, taking what little we already have.
I'm going to lean down, sniff the nearest goblin that I'm standing next to. Does it smell like a normal goblin? Because you said like it was oozing like black something or another from it.
Well, it stinks. It's got a very putrid stench to it.
What's wrong with these goblins? It's not a normal goblin.
That's how they are. They've even broken into homes. They've killed people. They've drugged them off into this eternal night, and there is nothing that we have been able to do about it. We had a militia, but many of them are afraid. We dwell in an eternal night, and
How much rations did we start with?
whatever you happen to have from your equipment.
What do you mean eternal night? Isn't there like sunlight?
We have not seen the sun in months. What you see now is what we see in every day.
I glance at the rest of my party, see if what they look like, if they change note from the views of like when they talked about total darkness all the time. Does anybody seem upset or anything? Since it's always dark. Because I'm a dwarf, so it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't really bother me either.
Nope, doesn't bother me.
Well, Cook cannot see as well as other dwarves. Some kind of birth deformity, I think. But um, I'm not scared of dark.
We should take the person you've been speaking to. Says, allow me to introduce myself. I am Antonius, the Burgomaster. We should probably take this conversation indoors.
I get something to drink.
That would probably be a good idea. We should
you-
probably speak to his lord as well.
Yes,
Indeed.
of course.
Kukin's going to wait outside and give some of his rations to the children and the hungriest families.
They seem a little sheepish at first, but they eventually come to you and they, seem extremely thankful for the food. And the little kids take the food and run off.
As we're going in, I slip my rations to Kukin because I don't need to eat them.
This is very good of you.
And he
So,
says,
how many rations did you donate to me?
I don't even know what I.
What kind of pack do you have? Did you get with your
I got 1 day of rations. Whatever that means. So.
And I have 10 days rations. How many rations should I deduct from that?
Oh no, I've got 10 helpings of 1 day rations. So I'm giving you all 10 helpings of my rations.
Okay, so my 10 and I have 10. How many rations should I deduct? I have 20 days rations.
yeah, you have 20 days of rations.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 8.
Okay.
Some of these people look like they haven't eaten in days, maybe.
Yeah, so you can add my 10 to your sheet. I'm just deleting them off mine.
Okay.
And he says, would you please come this way? And the street, the people that are out in the street kind of part way to give you all a berth.
And make sure you give some of my food to the kid that called me monster. I like that kid.
I wipe my axe blade off on the dead goblin before putting it away and then follow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm following with all them too.
I put my bow back onto my back and I follow.
And when we meet the lord of this town, I vote that anyone but Kukin does the talking.
I am not in there. I'm outside giving rations to anyone that's hungry.
Yeah. I mean, we probably want Caldwell to do the talking. I think he has the most charisma out of all of us.
Caldwell is tuning his lute while he's walking in.
By the way, as you guys are walking through this town, you notice up on a hilltop there seems to be some sort of manor or maybe an estate that has towers on it. Like the old Gothic mansions.
Mm.
And there's lights on that you can see.
Is that where your lord lives? Up in the manor?
Aye, that he does.
What's his name, if I may ask?
He is Sergei Bonzarovich.
Never heard of him.
Well, why would you have heard of him? We've never been to this realm before.
Antonius stops and looks at you all and he says, you came through the mist, didn't you?
That would be one way to put it, yes. Strange man came to greet us, said we're here to fulfill prophecy, and then he left.
Mm. Well,
And yes, it was a bit foggy.
I don't know much about any prophecy, but perhaps we should just go straight to see his lordship.
That sounds like a good idea.
And you walk through the town, and as you're walking through, you're seeing a couple of the cottages. The lights are going on, and you go up this winding road, and you can see this huge estate looming before you. And when you get up to the top,
What? I'm sorry. What time are we playing to tonight?
we got a little bit to go yet,
Till like 8 o'clock or later?
roughly.
Okay, thank you.
I don't want to run the stream too long because we got a lot of people that are going to be watching this, and they're not going to want to sit here for 4 or 5 hours.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. As you get to the top of the road and you see the estate looming before you in the darkness, you can see a couple of steps that go up, 4 or 5 steps, and there's stone gargoyles on either side, and you can see a large archway with double doors. And there's torches on either side of the gargoyles on the far sides, and a couple more out in front.
Is Kukin here, or is he still giving away food?
Kukin's here.
Okay.
And the Burgermeister knocks on the door, and a few seconds pass, and the double doors open, and you see a tall, lanky figure dressed in a well-to-do suit. And the Burgermeister says, "I think we need to speak to his lordship." And the tall, lanky figure looks at the Burgermeister and he says, I see. Just please come in. And he leads you all inside. And he says, "This way, please," and leads you off to a side room. It looks like a parlor. There's a couple of couches, some chairs sitting there. And he says, "If you would excuse me." And he leaves. And a short while later, you see a man come down the steps. And he's dressed well-to-do as well. And he doesn't have a cloak on. He's just, well-dressed, riding boots, his hair pulled back. It's sandy brownish. He's human. Most of the people you've seen, actually all of the people you've seen have been human so far. And he comes down and he nods at Antonius and he says, "Welcome. I understand that you have had quite the night so far."
You are so-called lord. Why do you not fight for your people? Why do you not feed your people? This is not the way.
"I have fed our people as best that I can, but the goblins constantly raid us. They're constantly taking our food stores, and there is very little we can do about it. They've even taken people in the night.
Do you know where they come from?
We know they come north of the forest. But right now, we also have another issue or a problem. Perhaps you can even help with this. We've had our graveyard decimated. It's been desecrated. People have gone to see their loved ones, and the graves lie empty."
Are the goblins eating them, digging them up?
"I don't think so.
You think necromancy?
I'm not sure."
It
But
seems
if
to Kukin goblin more important. Goblins hurt your people. Graves do not matter. You need to feed your people, protect your people.
Cooking,
Yeah,
if it's necromancy, you have zombies to worry about, so you better listen to the man.
Kukin does not know about zombies. Kukin
that
knows
is
much about goblins.
if it is undead, they are creatures of the darkness, things that dwell in the night, unspeakable horrors.
Where's the town militia?
Well, It pains me to say this, but the town militia has disbanded, especially ever since whatever is going on in the old graveyard. Everyone's afraid.
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but if you give us as much information as you have on it, I will do what we can for it.
Well, the
And what
old
do you want us to do?
well, the church is just outside of town. If you leave the estate and take the old Svalish road, you'll see the church on the right-hand side. But do not travel too far from there. Further on down the road are ruins that you do not want to be a part of.
What would be in the ruins?
It was once a town, but not so much anymore. There was a battle there once, a long time ago. General Strahd and his inquisitors that traveled with him fought the undead, and they managed to close the portal where this unspeakable horror bellowed out of. But the damage was done. The people that once dwelt there are now damned.
Well, Mr. Lord, I have good news for you. Kukin crushes whatever Kukin sees and wants to crush. So your problem solved. Just put Cook in that problem.
And I'm just standing there holding my hand against my head as he talks.
My
Caldwell-
dwarf just shakes his head. Redgar just shakes his head. We'll head to the church. They'll get us out of this place.
Thank you.
Caldwell lights his pipe and looks at the Lord and says, "Well, now, this is all nice and well and fancy to do. Once we get back from solving all your problems, can we maybe sleep here in the night?"
Of course, you may be my guest.
Right then.
Oh, and as you're
Cook can not sleep here. Cook can sleep among people. Make sure they protected.
you may sleep wherever you wish. There is also inn in the town as well. But if you wish to stay there, that is up to you. But you are welcome here.
And how much coin is this venture going to cost you?
Indeed, are we getting paid?
People, listen to Cookin. Doing good for people is good for one's God. You must understand this concept.
And my belly rumbles and I want some money to feed it.
If you stay here with us, I can promise you, we will tend to your needs.
Then we have an accord.
Very well.
Thank you.
I'm in. Let's get to this church and get this bloody thing over with.
Wait. We are dealing with undead. Cookin must pray.
Well, you
Cooking,
pray.
you can crash them in the head.
Oh, very well. Cookin will pray on the way.
Oh, as you're walking through the church, you can see portraits of different figures.
What do the figures look like?
One of them is a well-to-do figure wearing plate armor, and he's got a sword at his side, and he's got long dark hair and kind of like a widow's peak in the front, and there's a nameplate underneath that says Strahd von Zarovich. And you see another figure that looks different from Sergei, but it says underneath it Sergei von Zarovich. and you can see another that shows a Bera von Zarovich, and then a Vladimir von Zarovich, and a Rovinia von Zarovich. And then there's a couple portraits of the different figures together.
I look at the portraits and ask, who are these people?
Oh, they are members of the family. Some, unfortunately, have passed away.
I see.
This area was once under constant siege by barbarians known as the Turks.
It's
They
too
were,
bad you not have Kukin then. Kukin would have crushed them all.
well, there was quite the battle, but my uncle Strahd managed to dispatch them. He dealt with their threat,
Hmm.
but not
Strahd sound like Kukin would like him.
but not without paying quite the cost. We lost many in the battle against the Turks.
That is very unfortunate. Kukin will pray for them.
Well, thank you. If you go down this road, go to the right and you will see the town, or the church, I'm sorry, on the eastern side of the town.
I glance at the rest of the party, shrug my shoulders. Aye, let's go to this church then. See what this priest has to say.
So you are leaving?
As we're walking to the church, you can hear Kukin muttering prayers about giving him strength to crush anything that opposes him, to bless the party with fortitude and valor, and to help him teach those that do not understand the way of good.
And I'm following along, but 30 feet up just to try to get a heads up view of everything.
Okay.
Caldwell's walking next to the dwarf, passing his pipe to him if he wants to have a hit of his pipe weed.
Aye, I'll take a hit of the pipe.
You walk for about maybe 20 minutes of time down the road, and you see off in the distance, you're just barely able to make the silhouette of the church in the gloom. And you can see from the light that's coming out of the church windows illuminate the silhouettes of some of the headstones in the graveyard.
As we're walking, it's still unnaturally quiet.
Yes, and dark.
Is our dark vision unaffected?
Oh, you can see with your dark vision.
Okay.
We should probably head to where the disturbed graves are and see if we can detect if it was magical or normal.
Is that what you're doing? You're heading up to the graves?
Yes.
Yes.
As you start walking off in that direction, you can hear this snapping sound.
Well, that
You
answers
hear,
that question.
and then you hear the snapping sound turns into a crunching sound.
I pull my axe out.
And then as you get closer, you can see the headstones jutting out in the dark, some of them half turned over on their sides. The mist rolling through the graveyard. And as you take one step closer, you hear, and you see a figure. You see the glint of the light in the eyes, and it drops the bones it was chewing on and runs. This figure's dressed in rags, and it's missing parts of its hair, and you can see that it's got a grayish white flesh with long black talons, and its mouth is full of long, exaggerated, pointy teeth. And it starts to run.
Towards us or away from us?
Away from you.
Kugan's charging after it.
Okay.
And I'm flying after it.
And Caldwell is shooting his bow at it.
All right. Roll for initiative.
Dwarf is standing guard.
How do we roll for initiative?
Shadow?
Is Shadow gone?
No, he's still here.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, I can do that for you. So why don't I?
I think you just click on initiative, but it said there's no active combat encounter.
Yeah, so let me put you guys into the tracker.
Thank you, Mighty Shadow.
How did I end up with a warhammer in my inventory?
Oh, that was from session 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I never took it back out. So.
Oh, I can delete it if it's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Kugan might use it if he breaks his.
I'm not supposed to have it.
The dwarf will take it off you.
It doesn't exist.
And so will the other dwarf.
It was only just a dream.
As Kugan charges, he says,
Okay, so-
"Mighty Moradin, blast Kugan!"
Okay, so if you're using Argon, if you want to roll your own initiative, yep, okay, or you can roll from your character sheet, or I can roll for you. And I'm going to bring up a map, so we have a little map to. Okay, so you're in the graveyard. It's you'll see the ghoul is here trying to run. Would he have more of a head start, DM, or is he good? Where
He has
is?
he has a head start. Yes.
Yeah, so he actually would be kind of probably about here, like there.
About right. Yeah.
Okay, and I just need Rhaegar.
And I was always in the air there, so I should be about 20, 30 foot up in the air still.
Okay, cool. So put you. Okay, and then Rhaegar, do I have your initiative?
Yeah, I don't think so. I gotta figure out where I.
Oh, okay. Let me just do that for you real quick. Okay. And a lot of combat music here. Okay, so looks like Caldwell, you get the jump.
All right. I cannot see him.
Yeah, he's kind of lost in the dark, and unfortunately, your night vision may not. Let's see, you're a human
Halfling.
or halfling. You're halfling, yeah. So, unfortunately, you're without dark vision, but you could hear him rustling off to the northeast. Unfortunately, he's just been lost into the night. Your eyes can't quite make out the shadowy form.
I shoot into the darkness at him, at wherever the sound is coming from.
Roll a d20.
Right. Here we go.
Too bad you don't have magic missile to attack the darkness with.
Actually, that would be 2 d20s, actually.
Oh.
You
So
just
would
roll,
I?
roll them separately if you like. If down in the dice tray,
Okay.
down here at the bottom, you just pick off. You can either roll them together, or you can roll them, or just you can see you can roll a 20 with advantage or disadvantage. You can see the little buttons next to the roll.
Okay. Hold on.
So you're just basically lobbing it.
The goal
Yeah,
is
you-
dashing, by the
That's
way.
wrong. That was wrong. Sorry. Let me do that again. I'll roll one and then another time.
Yeah, I saw both rolls, so I can tell you
Okay.
which. So you did. As far as you know, you didn't hit. The arrow just disappears into the night, and you don't hear it hit anything except possibly maybe ground. But as far as you know, you don't hit. Okay. Did you want to do anything else? I'm sorry, I kind of advanced your turn for you.
Oh, move me my full movement bonus towards the noise.
Okay, so you move up to about there, and you hear the creature scrambling away. And he seems to move very, very briskly. Let's see, Eldridge, from your position, even with your height advantage, you just don't see him.
I saw him earlier, but when you dashed him off, I lost
He just
sight.
ran away into the night, and you do notice there's a large tree that he may be using for cover as well.
I'm just going to use my full movement to try to keep up with him.
Okay.
I think I used it all. Did I?
You would be 30 feet, plus then you can use 30 feet again if you're not doing anything else but moving. So that would be the dash action is to use the official terms there. Okay.
He might be in range of my crossbow.
Yeah, you'd be shooting through these trees, so that would he begin a little bit of a cover. So that would add to his AC a little bit. But you're welcome to try.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
I don't
He
think
shoots
that...
himself in the foot.
Knock a squirrel out of the trees. Yes, poor thing. No, I'm afraid you don't hit him.
No.
Okay, Kukan.
Kukian is going to charge after whatever direction the noise is.
Well, you see Eldridge firing to the northeast.
Okay, that's the way Kukin goes. I don't know what his full range is.
Yeah, it's 30 feet, and on we're playing DMG rules, so it's so you'd be 30 feet to there. And if you wanted to dash, you'd be you could dash almost to you dash up to the tree.
60 feet, right?
Yeah, 60 feet.
I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah, Kukin's dashing. He's in full charge
I
mode.
think I have it set for just 5 feet for the diagonals, but
So
anyway.
it's each square 10 feet or 5 feet?
I'm going to double check it. I thought I had it set for DMG rules, but
Isn't that 5 feet?
It's 5 feet, then 10 feet, then 5 feet, then 10 feet. It alternates
for
to try
diagonal, right.
and mimic the fact that it's alternating. So if you're running on a diagonal, the first square is 5 feet, then the next square is 10 feet. So 2 squares is 15 feet, and 4 squares would be 30 feet. So you can move 8 squares on the diagonal if you're dashing. All right.
And Kukin does not have dark vision. He's going purely by sound right now.
Yeah, you think you hear him scrambling off to your right. But unfortunately, you've gotten as far as you can. You're just still trying to run towards him as quickly as possible.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go my full movement towards wherever, towards where Eldrin and Caldwell are.
Okay. Okay. Once again, so you sprint 30 feet, and then you don't find a target, so you can sprint another 30 feet as well. And yeah, so you're searching the night for him.
Yeah, I look around. Do I see anything?
Where's
I-
Lyris
You
at?
are an elf, so yeah, so you do see him slinking off he's up here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Am
I
I
would
able to take a shot at him?
You can take a shot.
I would also have Lyris make a perception check.
Alright,
Yeah,
make a perception check. Okay.
yeah.
You see nothing. There is nothing to see here.
Yeah, you think you saw him for a moment, but then he just seemed to have just vanished into the night.
Alright.
You can both still hear him though.
Yeah. And actually, I think if you had dashed, actually, if you moved twice, then actually you wouldn't have a shot anyway because you used your motion. So that's my bad.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, so, like I said, my bad. So, Eldrin. I have you in here twice. You're very gone this time.
Kukin should make a perception save as well,
Okay.
since he's so close.
Yeah, Kukin can't see him because he doesn't have night vision at all. or
Right,
dark vision.
but I'm seeing about where the, that
Yeah.
other place we talked about.
Yeah, okay.
Perception, 1 second.
You see it. You can just barely, ever so slightly, make out the upper portion of the ghoul as it's heading off towards a cave that has light coming out of it.
I yell out the top of the lungs, "Who can see his cave with light running out?
Yes,
This sticky thing runs to cave."
And after he mentions it, Lyris, you see it as well.
I see it too. Should we go into this cave, I wonder?
So, yeah, so he slips off into the night and seems to be heading towards the cave. Do you approach the cave?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. How big's the cave?
I'll bring up, it's kind of, it's those narrow entrance that then kind of opens up a little bit as you move in, but it's not very deep.
The construction of the cave, when you first enter it, you can see that there are bodies interred into the walls. And some of the
Here,
people
let me,
that were
hold on.
buried here were
Let me,
used
let
in
me-
the architecture. Their
Yeah, let me,
bones are still... They formed archways, and you can see skulls embedded in the walls that almost seem to be looking at you.
It's definitely not dwarf construction.
So at this point, you can still get some light coming in, but soon it might be getting dark. And at this point,
So did you see it run in here? Did it run in the cave?
Yes.
Yes, it did.
Saw it run in here.
So is the cave completely dark?
You can see that passageway, and you can see light on the end of the passageway into some sort of chamber ahead.
I'm gonna give Kukin doesn't have night vision, does he? Dark vision.
No.
no, we'd have to
You
light.
want-
You'd have to light a torch or something like that.
Do you want a little bit of light, Kukin? Do you have something on you I can just, that you don't mind glowing a little bit?
Light hammer. Who can loves light on hammer?
Alright. I touch his hammer with magical tinkering so it will shed bright light for a 5-foot radius and dim light for an additional 5 feet. So he's got like at least 10 foot around him he can see.
Cookin thinks you are a very useful friend.
Yeah, so it's like the equivalent of a candle.
Pretty much. Not the best in the world, but we're only level 1.
But you have a light cantrip, don't you? You're a bard?
No, I'm an artificer.
Oh, okay.
Caldwell might have it, but I don't.
Yeah.
No, I only
I'm
have
not even
50
sure
small
bards do.
screen.
I'm just thinking light cantrip is a bigger. But yeah, so I'm not sure about artificer.
Yeah, I've got Mending and Thorn Whip as my cantrips.
I'm going to do something a little bit different here just to get the.
Okay. Dwarf's going to cautiously approach the cave entrance with his axe ready to attack.
Cookin will go with him.
With his now glowing hammer.
Yeah,
And I've got my pistol out ready to go, but I'm back on the ground since it looks like we're going to be grounded for the cave.
Yeah, the ceiling in here is not very high at all.
Now, I've got spider climb, so that might not be a problem.
No, your character is not creepy at all.
Just wait until 3rd level when I can do it without using my hands.
But very useful. Very useful. Cookin likes his utility.
Maybe we'd like to venture forth, move north, and investigate.
Yep, my dwarf, like I said, I was prepping so I could slowly head north. I guess, let's see.
Cookin's with him.
Ruining my dark vision. Yeah. Okay. Does the light ruin my dark vision?
Not till you get to the light. You can't see the light and then go through the dark vision. I would say the light blocks it once you get to it.
So yeah, you can actually move your token on the map to just like you were in combat, but we're not actually in combat, so it's just free motion. But you can just actually kind of move forward and
right.
And, yeah.
Trying to figure out how to do that here. So trying to drag it.
You just hold, click on the token, hold the mouse down, left key down, and you just move it forward.
Okay. Oh, does not want to move my.
Yeah, it wasn't letting me move either.
That's what. There we go. Now it moved.
Can Ark see the screen now?
Yeah, I can see the on StreamYard. I can see the screen and everything.
Okay, great.
I cannot move my token.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I was having issues, or it's like glitching and going slow or something, because it just let me move mine, but it looks like Fireworks not to do it.
Okay, this is odd.
Do not be afraid, dwarf, of my height. Cookin was tallest in his clan.
As you guys are getting ready to go through the mouth of the cave, you hear a shuffling from behind you. Archimedes, you were walking through the city streets, and you went to turn down a street, and a fog rolled in. And the fog enveloped you, and as it dissipates, you can see you're standing before a cave with a bunch of figures at the mouth of it. and there's no light anywhere but from the mouth of this cave where there's a couple of torches lit on either side. There's no stars, no moon, just darkness.
Except for the light coming from Kukin's hammer.
Yes, except for the light coming from Kukin's large hammer.
It's very large.
And those of you that are in the mouth of the cave hear shuffling from behind you.
So
Where
my
did
axe
you
is
come
already
from?
prepped.
And you
I
can
look
see
behind me.
you can see a door in front of you. If somebody wants to try to investigate that door.
Well, there's a strange bird behind us now. So
Who is it? What is it?
Yeah.
Who's there?
I can't move Kukin.
You just start hearing hooing for a few seconds. He goes, oh, well, this is very strange.
I
Somebody's
cannot
there.
move Kukin.
Who's that? Ooh, ooh, ooh. And he turns.
I am Kukin, stranger, dwarf from famous mining company. Clan. We not yet company, but we are famous mining clan, the Stone Boots. Perhaps you have heard of them.
He does that all head thing where he kind of turns his head kind of to the side, kind of confused. No, I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Are you sure? We are very famous.
He turns his head the other way. No. But
What are you?
He goes, I am Archimedes Featherdown. I'm from Strixhaven Academy.
Never heard of it?
yet another place I've never heard of before.
You
so
have never
that's-
heard of Strixhaven Academy, the universe's greatest academy for mages and wizards?
No. Kukin delivers stone and gold and other things to Baldur's Gate, but he has never heard of Strixhaven.
What? What city? Never heard of it.
Baldur's Gate. Very famous city.
I believe we may be dealing with multiple places in prime material plane.
What
That's
is a
left for
private
later.
place? Kukin has
He
never
just-
heard of such a thing.
He kind of
What
turns
about-
and looks in and goes, that may be very possible.
What about
I-
Waterdeep? Have
I
you heard
think
about
all these
Waterdeep?
questions are best left after we deal with the undead we were chasing. So let's see what's on the other side of the door.
As soon as you say undead, he goes, whoo, and he kind of just puffs up like an owl does when it gets startled and it puffs up. Undead. Well, that is
Yes.
a very.
Why can't
Best
I
guess. Either
Why can't I
undead or
move
very, very unhealthy fellow.
Well, that must be remedied right away. Let's go. Yes. And he starts to kind of walk
Hello?
where you are.
Hello?
Hey,
Anybody hear
big
me?
man, why don't you kick the door in?
Hello?
Why don't you try to open it normally before you try to kick?
Maybe if it's locked, I can pick it.
Hell with it. Dwarf tries to open the door.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Why can't I move Kukin?
You're not trying to. Okay, I'm gonna try something. There's two cookies on the board. See if you could move him now.
No, I can't.
No, I can't move mine either.
Yeah.
That's-
Weird.
Are we in
Somebody
combat
moved.
still?
Shouldn't be.
Mhm.
Are we on the right layer?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. It's funny. I've never seen this before.
Just keep things moving. You can move us, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
We could
Let's
just yeah.
Okay. So is.
Move
All
Kukin
right,
in
so
front of the
say
door,
you,
please.
So I'm sorry. Was Kukin opens the door? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dwarf Redgar is standing by to attack anything that jumps out.
As far as you can. I'm not sure why. So let's just move you guys down. So you move down into a hallway. Let me just put it in the hallway and see if you just get out of the cave, if that makes a difference. Okay, can you see if you could control your token now?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
No.
Are you sure we're not in initiative?
No, not initiative. But
I mean,
just
if
for
we
the heck
were,
of it-
one of us would be able to move
just
at
for
least.
the heck of it, I'll do this because
Yeah, now I can move.
Yeah.
yeah, you were kind of caught in. Okay, there you go. It said there was not your okay.
Yeah, I can move too, so that must have fixed it.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Good suggestion.
Kukin moves to the center of the room by the statue. How big is the statue?
About 8 feet. When you guys step into this room, there's a mosaic on the floor around the statue. On the left-hand side, you see a figure in plate. It's got long dark hair with a widow's peak, and he's carrying a flaming sword in his hand. And he's surrounded by other soldiers, people in armor. And on the right-hand side, you see a figure right in front of this other figure with a flaming sword, and he's carrying a great axe. Looks like he's dressed in furs. He's got a helmet with horns on it and glowing red eyes. And behind him is a host of what looks like people in armor, possibly, and these demonic looking figures, and what looks like what could be undead.
So the one with the flaming sword, do we recognize him from the photo of or the statue of Strahd?
He looks a lot like Strahd. It could be Strahd, yes.
Is this his tomb? Does the tomb look like it's well made?
Well, it's mostly earthen, and instead of using like wood and structure for that sort of a structure, it's bone. The remains of people.
The statue very tall. Could have been another tall dwarf like Kukin.
That's the Lord Strahd.
What is Lord Strahd?
I think it was that lord's family.
Well, they're not very good lords. They're people starving. They do nothing when goblins attack.
Well, looks.
I'm glancing around the chamber. Is there any other openings?
There's 3 doors that lead out of the chamber.
The creature went through one of these. Which one shall we take?
Kukin peeks in this door. Over by him.
Caldwell peeks through the door over by him.
I don't know that that he would have made it across here.
So you've opened the right and the left doors.
Clear as bricks to
Yeah.
the top door.
We're gonna get ourselves killed.
All of the doors lead to hallways, and you can see maybe, let's see, maybe 30, 40 feet, and then you can see some sort of chamber past that that's lit up. The hallways are dark, but there are you can see torches from the rooms ahead giving off light.
And that's down each hallway, or?
Yes, except for the one from the north. There's something there that you can see, but you can't quite make it out.
I don't know if I can tell or not, but I'm going to look at the handles of each of the 3 doors before we go into them. See if there's any scratch marks or anything along those lines, so we might know which way the fresh scratch marks. See if I can determine whether we know which way the creature would have gone.
They all have scratches on them.
Is the door to the north locked? Were they able to open that?
Yeah, they'd be able to open it.
Okay.
Alright, I peek inside this door. What? In the northern door. I wonder what's in here.
I'm coming up behind her just to give her a little backup in case something jumps out and says boo.
I guess Archimedes would take up position near the statue on the left side of the statue.
And the ceiling here is about the same as the cave, is it?
Yes.
Kukin's gonna go down this hallway to the left.
Is anybody going with Kukin?
Not the bard.
I'll go with Kukin, but I'm actually going to be flying just 5 foot off the ground because I don't want to set off any traps.
Who went to the left?
Kukin did. And then I'm
Kukin.
going behind him 5 foot off the ground.
Okay.
Shadow, are you still there?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if. Okay, when you gentlemen, when you get to this point here, I'm gonna point out that when you get to this point here, you notice that before you get to that area, there's actually some lines in the floor. I'm gonna back you up a little bit here. You notice some lines in the floor. Looks like the stonework. There's just something funny about it, slightly uneven, as if like there's a break in the natural tile work. Something just calls you that it's unusual.
Would they have even recognized? Would Kukin have even recognized it going down that passage?
As you walk by, you just it's let's see.
You're a dwarf, stonework, right?
Right, but I'm still in the main passageway, though. I'm still in this main circle.
Yeah, but Kukin thinks he's a dwarf, so he's going to
yeah.
notice stonework.
You would.
We hope.
Kukin looks down and he says, "The stonework here is very shoddy. Not dwarf from Kukin's clan."
Oh.
Yeah, and Eldred would have definitely noticed it if Kukin hadn't.
Kukin yells, "Hey, sneaky one!"
That looks a little suspicious. I would not step on that right away.
Sneaky one! Kukin's yelling.
Just
I actually may be able to That's what I'm just looking at now. I've got thieves' tools.
But are you proficient in them?
Sneaky one.
Yes, I actually
Oh, okay.
am. If I'm
Kukin doesn't know that. He's yelling for the sneaky one.
Sneaky one, I yell.
There is some odd
Yes,
stonework
I am
here. Would you
proficient
look
in
at it,
thieves'
sneaky
tools.
one?
I'm gonna
But I
inspect the stonework
Yeah,
and
take a look.
see if there's anything out of the ordinary.
I sigh and start to go in towards the door they went through.
And
So
I'm already
who would like
inspecting
to
it.
who would like to take a closer look at this?
Well, I'm still 5 foot off the ground, just hovering above it,
You're
kind
gonna
of
have
poking at it gingerly.
You're gonna have to land somewhere to really take a look at
Okay,
it.
Yeah,
I'll
'cause
land
you
right
You
next-
could fly, but you can't quite hover.
yeah. I will land right next to it and inspect it with my thieves' tools.
Are you sure you should
Yeah.
do this? Friend, it doesn't look
Yeah,
entirely well. You should let Sneaky One
Yeah.
look at it.
Give me a thieves' tool check, but using that. Can you alter it to you? Oh, hold on a second. Let me answer my own question on that. Let me see how you have it set up. Yeah, go ahead and give me a thieves' tool check. Actually, why don't you just roll an investigation check, and I'll add your efficiency to that.
Hello?
Where
Friend,
do
it
I-
does not look well. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Um,
a 2. Lovely.
Yeah, you know it's something, you just don't know what.
It looks
All right.
fine to you.
Can I go look at it?
You might want to say something.
Thank you, Sneaky One. Cooking appreciates.
I guess I should have a look at whatever the heck you're staring at.
We're looking at this odd shape on the floor. It looks okay to me. You know,
Who cannot trust you? Let Sneaky One look.
Archimedes will look around and realize everybody's kind of left him and go whoop, and fly over real quick to catch up with them.
Alright,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go investigate what this
Let's-
weird looking thing is.
Archimedes-
Whatever there's.
Alright, so Kuka drops back a little bit, let Archimedes have a shot at that. Archimedes comes up, he looks around, using his keen eye. He sees if he could. And he's not quite sure what it is either, but he knows that there's something strange about the stonework.
Well, if Sneaky One not find anything, it must be safe. And Kukin walks over it.
Now, I could Eldritch Blast the thing if y'all want me to, and just to trigger it.
It's okay, I trust Sneaky One.
Well, when Kukin walks over it, what happens is the top slips open and he falls in.
Sneaky
Yeah, it
One,
starts to fall.
why you not see this?
I didn't get an opportunity to
Can you
look
usually try
at
to
it.
catch-
Yeah.
can I do
You
like
know,
a
you
should try to
grapple on
catch
him
him.
and try to force us up to?
It should be asking Kukin for a saving throw.
Okay. What kind of saving throw do
Can
you
it
need?
be as an advantage with me and Eldrin reaching out trying to grab him?
What kind of saving throw do you need?
Dexterity. It looks like
He made the save.
yep, you made the save. So
I didn't roll anything.
it should have asked you for a save, and then what it does is I have it set so that it will automatically roll a save for you after like 30 seconds. We can change these settings, all these settings, by the way. But no, you make the save, so you kind of slip, and I'd say that you don't fall all the way in, but you do kind of tweak your ankle a little bit, so you're standing on this side here. But now now that you know that there's a trap there. Now it would be only just a very simple matter to disarm it.
Cookin, I mean, Sticky One, Cookin very disappointed we did not catch this.
It didn't look like hole before.
Yeah, now it's a. He tripped the top. Now it's 10 feet across, 10 feet deep.
Archimedes slightly hovering just says, "We could always go back and use the other doors."
Maybe, but if it trapped so well that Sneaky One does not find it, perhaps there is great treasure back there.
He just
My eyes
looks
light
over.
up from the word treasure.
he looks over at Eldrin like, "Is this going to be a common occurrence?"
I have not been here very long, but it seems like it might be.
Oh. He just drops his head.
Sorry, I'm just trying to play my character true to form.
We could go across and take a look, but I don't like having just us two on the other side.
And with that, the top slides back into position. And you realize that perhaps there's a way to click it in order to make it so that it is secure.
Well, maybe have the elf look at it.
Now that you know that trap is there, can you fix it?
Archimedes is gonna fly over and see if he can find some kind of device that would keep it in place. You know, some kind of trigger.
No. Leave it to Sneaky One. She is best at this.
Yeah, we got an elf right here. She can take a look at it.
Okay.
All right.
He just
All
flies
right.
back
I
to
go.
the door.
No
Alright.
offense, Birdie.
I'm just giving way for the elf.
All right. I'm gonna go look at it, like just before the trap and see if there's anything leading back. Like if there's something leading back like to a particular
Okay.
device that it might be connected to.
Alright, so taking out your trusty thieves tools.
Yeah, I have thieves tools.
Okay.
So what would I need to do with the thieves tools?
Oh, why don't you give me a, let me check your sheet real quick. Why don't you give me a thieves tool check?
Thieves tools. Okay, sure. Normal or
Yeah, bit normal, yeah. Mm-hmm.
no situational bonus or anything?
No. Mm-hmm.
Normal. Okay.
Well,
Just your
you know,
proficiency
you do know
bonus.
basically where it is, but it's more than enough to, just reaching around the edge of it, you kind of off to the side, you see a little panel right on the base of the wall and the floor, and you realize that there's a little switch there you can click, and you hear a as a bar seems to slide into place underneath the lid of the trap, locking it into place.
There you go.
Sneaky One. And Cookin pats her on the head.
I do not look impressed. I just like give him the evil eye.
Are there any rocks or skulls, loose skulls or anything like that laying around by the door?
No, not by the door. There actually is a skull, though, however, at the top of the archway. Where the bones come together to form the archway, and there's a skull at the top.
But there's no like loose rocks or anything like that. It's all fairly smooth.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to pull my dagger out and pry it between the doors so it doesn't shut behind us. Just to be on the safe side before I walk down the passageway with them.
Cookin tries to open the door.
Yeah, actually, this door would be open yet, so it's already open, but so yeah, it does open without incident.
How tall is this statue?
Same as the other one.
Oh, look! It's another dwarf, tall like Cookin. Very rare.
Real quick, who has my character sheet? And how far is my dark vision? I know my character has it.
Should be 60. It is.
No, yours is 120, isn't
120.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
your
it's
owl?
120.
Yeah.
So, how many doors are in this room? That are besides the one we're coming through?
in the room too. Yeah. There's just okay. If you you only see the one that's right in front of you from where you are.
No, I was going in. I'm sorry.
Oh,
my
I'm
character's
sorry,
going
you're-
in with that.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Yeah. So if you move in, you'll see that there's just one door leading out to the north. The other things you just see is there are two alcoves with or alcoves with skeletons and things like that laying in them.
And
Yeah,
these don't appear to be disturbed or anything.
Yeah, I'm wanting to go over and take a look and investigate
Yes.
to see if it's. Ooh, I see now. Sorry.
Yeah, you notice there's cobwebs over the top of them.
The same with
Bernie,
the two in the hallway.
You might want to let Kukin leave so you not get hurt.
Is there a lot of dust on the ground? Does it look like it's recently been disturbed?
Oh, there's quite a bit of dust on the ground, but you can see tracks made going into the room, out of the room.
You don't like this? It's a trap.
How do
Likely
you know
it
this
is.
is a trap? This is not
We're in a
trap.
cliff. We've already run across one trap. You stepped on it.
I had to
Of course.
disarm it.
But, you so
But yes, but even the trapper can be trapped by the trap, and he just kind of flies
this
ahead.
This is not trap unless Sneaky One says it's trap. That is Sneaky One's job.
I roll my eyes at him.
I'd just go all the way to the end of the hallway here.
I follow him.
Hold up. Pull yourselves back some.
Okay.
Right there, and Eldrin, pull back some. When you guys get to that point, you can hear skittering all around you.
Like, how big of skittering?
It's hard to describe. It's not like some small creature. It's almost like a clattering. And then you realize that's a clattering of bones as the skeletons begin to slide out of the alcoves.
Okay.
Kukin attacks, of course, depending on
And,
where I am in combat.
and how many skeletons would you say slide out of the alcoves?
There should be 6 total, shouldn't there? Going all the way down.
Yeah. Okay, 6, yes. So, I'm going to put you guys into the initiative tracker.
Sneaky One, this is another trap you not see. What is going on?
What, did you really expect that there wouldn't be skeletons coming out?
Why would there be skeletons coming out?
Oh gosh.
I mean, this place is... Well,
We were chasing undead, and you were surprised by skeletons.
Well, Kukin
Oh,
never
wow, I
chased
actually got a
undead
decent-
before.
Decent roll.
Kukin never see skeletons before. Who can fight goblins, yes, and fight orcs, yes, but he never chased undead.
Alright, so Caldwell, looks like you see the skeleton sliding on the walls, but it looks like you're able to react most quickly. Most quickly? Most quickly, yes.
Sneaky One, this is very
Most quickly, yes,
disappointing.
right, actually. Okay, you just roll for damage there. Okay, so you cast Thunder Wave. And
Wow.
what's your DC? I think it's 13, right? Yeah, 13. Okay, neither skeleton is able to make their save. So you cast Thunder Wave. There's a rumble that shakes the whole floor. Actually, dust starts falling off the walls and the ceilings, and the skeletons just are basically blown into fragments, and they're thrown back against the wall and shatter. But they meet a quick end.
Very good way to make up for Sneaky One's mistake.
However, this sound is now echoing out through the tomb.
Wake everything up.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
Oh.
And now.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I think I accidentally deleted Caldwell there.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so next is so a skeleton moves, one that's still alive. So still undead rather. It takes a quick swipe at the first opponent that he sees, which is Elgin. It's the way he was facing when he came out of the wall. Elgin, you were able to avoid his quick attack. Edgar. So, Rick, are you with us?
Redgar, we cannot hear you if you're talking.
Yeah, it seemed on stream.
I'm not hearing anything
Oh.
either.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you go.
I see it. Yep. Okay. Going to head down here and attack the skeleton right to the south of me.
Okay.
Yeah. Great axe.
Oh.
Whiff.
Yes. Yeah, you do whiff, but you clear some cobwebs out from around the wall around you.
It's okay, my dear Edgar. Sneaky One has failed today, too.
Sneaky One's up next, though.
Okay, alright, given that... Am I able to try to move back a bit and shoot?
If you move back, you'll be subject to 2 attacks of opportunities.
Okay.
So you're best off trying to just draw. You can draw an attack with a weapon in the same action. And since you're not using a shield, you just hold your bow in one hand and draw an attack with a weapon in the other hand.
Alright. Alright, so I wouldn't be able to equip a dagger or something? Pull out one of my daggers?
You could next turn.
Okay. Given that would be probably unwise, let's try to shoot it point blank.
No. You can draw an attack with a weapon in one motion. So you can hold your bow and say your left hand and draw an attack with a weapon. I thought you meant can you attack with your when you're offhand as well. So no, but you can attack with your short sword, for example, or your dagger.
Alright, I'll attack with a short sword.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, short sword.
Or you can shoot with your bow, either way, you know what I mean? But you'll be at disadvantage because they're right on top of you.
Yeah, they're right on top of me, so...
Yeah.
So would I just click use item and then just select my short sword, or...?
Mm-hmm, yep.
Short sword. I have to target it. I target the skeleton right in front of me,
Yep.
and I attack with my short sword.
Okay. Attack away.
Normal. Okay. Rip.
Yes, you actually just pierce right between the ribs and doing any damage whatsoever.
I go, uh-oh. Alright, I'm gonna end my turn then.
Okay. Alright, so this one is facing, felt the wish of Redgar's axe and decides to answer back and swings with a short sword at him. And he has a little more luck than Redgar does, and
Hold
is
on
able to
just a
hit
second.
Redgar.
Can I ask something real quick on my character sheet since I'm having a little trouble finding my
Sure.
character sheet?
Sure.
I have a spell called Silvery Barb. Now that is a reaction, correct? On that spell?
So this is for Aristotle?
Yeah, Archimedes, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
On your screen, it's Aristotle.
Yeah. Okay.
Apparently in my brain as well.
Well, okay. Yeah,
I'm not familiar. Well, there's Hellish Rebuke. Is that what you mean?
No, it's a
it's a
bard
spell.
spell. He was
Yeah,
able
it's
to
a
pick
bard.
up through his background.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
called
a
Silvery
barb.
Barb. I was trying to. I think I finally got Foundry to work with me, and I'm trying to find my character sheet.
And
then
I'm
it tells
sorry,
about my
and
character.
you're talking about Archimedes, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see it on your character sheet though.
Okay.
Remember, I PM'd you about it. That
Did you?
He
I
was
missed
missing
that.
it.
Then
through
don't
his
worry about it.
Strixhaven
Don't worry
initiate.
about it.
I missed that, but
Okay.
Then never
if
mind.
you give me a sec. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're not having a great gaming experience here.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I've had worse.
Hey, it's our first session.
Is that
Iron at the
yeah, I'm not seeing it in the compendium I have at the moment, so
It's all right. Then if
yeah.
if you can't,
I'll
find it, that's
let me
fine.
make a note to look into that for you though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, the Strixhaven initiate background gave one of the feats for the school and gave him 2 cantrips and a first level spell from the bard
I
list.
see.
it's like Bard and Cleric, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
something
No,
like that.
don't worry about that. Go
Okay.
ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Oh no. Yeah, please do. Okay, so unfortunately, yeah. So Redguard just got hit with a skeleton.
You bloody bag of bones!
All right, Kugan.
He is not looking good.
His turn. Okay, Kukin will target this one. And
Okay, it looks like your maul hits him, and it looks like your weapon is particularly effective against the skeleton, and he just gets pounded into shards. His bone dust just fills the air.
do not worry, sneaky one. Kukin is here to protect you.
Okay, Eldrin, see if you can be as effective as the mighty Kugan.
Well, probably can. I'm gonna take one of my crossbow bolts and use it with my catapult spell. Did that cast it?
Let's see. Actually, go ahead and roll damage with that.
Okay.
Yeah, just you can just hit the damage button in the chat. There you go. Yes, that too is extremely effective, and it shatters the skeleton.
All right, let's go help the dwarf. He don't look too good. The other dwarf.
So, Archimedes,
Okay. Alright.
what would you like to do?
Well, after seeing that, and I'm trying to remember how far my Eldritch Blast is, I'm gonna move.
Pretty sure you're in range, but
Yeah, you're in
Yeah, I
range.
think
You can
so.
just pop over and zap him right. from
Yeah,
where you are.
that'll work. Ooh. Back over.
Yeah, got a little
Uh,
lag there.
Yeah. Just, yeah. Get in line and just use an Eldritch Blast against that skeleton. One directly in front of me.
Yes, it hits. But hits it, chips off a piece of him, but he's still standing. Okay, beginning of a new round. Caldwell.
Caldwell dashes down to the dwarf. That's 25 feet. There's all of it.
The shorter dwarf or the taller dwarf? Ha.
The dwarf. And I can't see anything on my screen. I know I don't have dark vision, but
You dart, yeah, you are a halfling, so yeah, you don't have dark vision. So you've dashed into the night, and ahead of you is, you can hear, ahead of you is a skeleton.
I will take a swipe at the skeleton with my...
Yeah, you would be able to see him at least. He's right in front of you.
I mean, it seems like there's a light source coming from the front and behind me. I'm sure I could...
It just doesn't quite penetrate the depth of the hallway, but yeah, but it's enough that you could strike at him.
Okay.
You could just target right to yourself.
I'll just target myself and see what happens.
Oh no, don't do that. Here, let me do it for you. What would you like to attack?
With a rapier.
Okay, so slash at him with your rapier. And you cut away some of the skeleton mass. Once again, it damages him, but he's still standing.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, now it's time for the proper dwarf.
Okay, gonna
Stealth
hit.
is wounded, so to speak.
Yeah, gonna beat on the one right in front of me. Because he stabbed me, so I'm gonna stab him back, or slash him back.
Sounds like a sound policy.
I swing and
Ooh.
Oh, you just destroyed him.
your bag of bones. Take that.
Alright, see you. Yeah, that's okay. Fair enough. So you destroyed one skeleton. And now it's the sneaky one's turn again.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna attack with my short sword again.
Okay.
On the same guy.
Okay. This time you actually get it onto the skeleton.
Alright, I'll roll damage. Normal.
Alright. Yeah, so this so it looks like you've once again you kind of actually this time you stick your blade between the ribs, but this time you come away with some of the bones wrapped around your hilt. And you pull away, so he's seems to be teetering a little bit, having a little trouble standing, but he's still trying to swing away.
Alright, and that'll be everything.
Okay. Now Kukin.
Okay. Are the two skeletons standing there? Didn't I kill one?
No, they're dead. Yeah, they are. They have experienced a true death.
Okay, so Kukun's gonna run 30 feet.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's gonna throw his Pila at that one. Do I have disadvantage because of the players there?
No, you actually have disadvantage because of the range, it looks like. Yeah, so there's no rules in 5e actually necessarily per raw about ranged attacks with an ally nearby. So it's just the range that's causing it. Visual try. Okay. No, but you hit. Yeah, I think you just rolled with a normal roll though. So would you roll?
Oh, I thought that would be giving me a double disadvantage. I have to hit disadvantage twice?
Oh, I see. No, that's okay. I guess it just, it did roll with disadvantage. Excuse me, I read that wrong. Yep, you hit. Congrats. So go ahead and roll for damage. Nice shot. Yeah, so the peeler strikes him, goes right over the top of Caldwell, strikes him into the top of the skull and powders it. The skeleton falls dead.
Caldwell, you see a spear come flying over you and hit the skeleton.
And I think that is all of them, right? Yes.
I don't know if that scares you or not.
Nothing scares the bard.
And so they've all been dropped to the floor.
Why is that Bard a Kender?
No, but they still have like anti-gear.
I told you, friends, whatever Kukin eats, he destroys. Are we coming up on the end time now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so should we pause here? Or keep going, Road Bob?
Well, it's up to the group. You are close to the end.
Yeah.
To an actual breaking point.
We can continue till we're done with that. I don't care.
I completed about 20 after 8, so I got another 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I could play for about another 20 minutes or so.
And whatever you did last time to fix our movement, you probably need to do again, because I can't move.
Okay, let me just do that.
See, friends, you've learned valuable lesson. Kukin does not lie.
Yeah, I think, okay, see if everybody can move the token, please.
Yep.
And, lost track of,
Oh, and while we get a chance, can I use my cure wound spell on our dwarven friend there that took some damage?
yeah, you just do the same thing. You would just want to target him and cast it.
Oh, I want to go back down and get my Pila.
Would that be reasonable?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that didn't help much.
Well, okay, 5. I was down 6, so I'm only.
Oh, okay.
So I'm only.
Okay, I'm gonna recover my.
So I've just got a scratch now.
There we go.
Recover my Pilum and walk back, so I have 3 Pilum again. Or Pila. I hear a fan sound that I think is the grandma, but I don't hear anyone cooking.
but it doesn't show it actually healed me though. So
I can hear the
let
clicking
me-
now.
Here, let me.
Who's clicking on the mouse?
Here, let me see.
Just there. Who's clicking? Grand Moff, is that you?
So Rickard, did you have 7 hit points initially before the healing spell?
me, I had a total of 13 before. Yeah, so yeah, I had 7 before the healing spell. Yeah.
Okay.
So I need to gain 5.
Grand Moff, is that
Okay,
you
so
clicking?
now you're at 12.
Okay.
Hello? Grand Moff?
I don't know who it is.
Oh
Well, I
shoot!
think
No
you
wonder you couldn't hear me.
Who's
Well, we know it wasn't
clicking
you.
right now?
You were muted.
Yeah, apparently so. I was sitting there telling y'all, hey, don't worry about me.
Who's-
I can operate now on Foundry. I'm moving my character around and everything.
Yeah, I saw your character moving, but
Who's clicking a mouse or a pen right now?
That's what it sounds like, a pen.
Yeah, I think.
oh,
it's
that was
somebody's-
me. I'm sorry. I was making notes. I'm sorry. I won't do that.
And I still can't move my character for some reason.
I'm sorry. Who's which character?
Eldrin.
Eldred. Okay.
Oh wait,
Yeah, you cast
Yeah.
the spell, so yeah, it should let you.
Try now, please.
the measure distance toggle is stuck on.
Oh, I see. Yeah. What you can do is just click on something else and then click back on the little guy on the very top and then the square to the right of him.
There we go.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of a trick just to kind of clear it and go back to. Okay. And I gotta do this again. I was doing that again just to make sure that. There we go. Okay.
I hear the pen clicking again.
It's a mouse.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my
it's a
mouse.
mouse?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna keep inching forward. Do these skeletons look like the other ones that they'll get up and look at us funny?
Hard to say.
Yeah.
As we go by here, Coogan smashes both you skeleton with his hammer.
He just goes walking by. Whack, whack, whack.
With mighty overhead swings.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
Yep.
Well, if he wasn't going to do it, I was going to smash him with my axe. So.
All right now.
And again, twice.
Well, if they
Sneaky
weren't
one.
desecrated before, they're desecrated now, right?
Well, if they already tried to stand up and attack us once, so.
Sneaky
Oh,
one. Are
ye
you
who
looking
stand
for
to
your trap?
challenge me shall fall.
Not actively, no.
But that's
But I
your
prob-
job, sneaky one.
Well, maybe if you don't go running headstrong into traps like that.
But Coogan has to protect you. You are sneaky. Not
How
tough.
else is he going to find them?
Yeah.
I just go through the door and I want to see what's in this room.
I was just
You
gonna
can
peek
follow.
in and see.
I'm in the room.
Yeah, I realize that now.
You see a door to
See
the north,
Archimedes.
a door to the east, and a door to the south. And in the middle of the room is a sarcophagus.
I'm going to move up towards the sarcophagus and kind of inspect it.
Do not disturb the dead. It is very bad.
I'm not going to disturb it, just inspect it.
We've
I
done nothing
expect
but
that from-
disturb the dead since we've got here.
I expect that from Sneaky One, but I do not expect it from you.
I'm wanting to investigate the sarcophagus, see if there's any kind of like special markings or anything, something that might trigger
Nothing
something.
specific.
Nothing specific.
Who can warn
Whoever it
you?
is was probably a lord or some sort.
Does it look like it's been tampered with?
It Just looks like a sarcophagus.
No scratch marks along the edges?
There are scratch marks on it, but there are scratch marks all over it.
Who can open the door to the east?
Yeah, I'm behind Cougar.
Rainbow?
Brother Bob,
Yes,
who can open the door to the east?
yes.
That probably loops back around to the entrance.
Or the one to the south does.
Well, remember that first chamber had doors going all three directions.
And
Kukin's gonna smash the skeletons again. And again.
What's the skeletons here again?
I trail
Archimedes just
behind
goes-
him.
Archimedes just heads to the door to the south and kind of cracks it open and looks down
And
the hallway
again,
with my dark
and
vision.
again. He smashes the skeletons again.
I'm going to peek into the north door just to see
and
what's...
again. He smashes
You opening up the north door?
I'm not opening it yet. I'm going close to it and kind of hollering for everybody else to come this way, because...
And Kukin smashes the skeletons again.
There's nothing down the south way I see down that door, right?
Right.
I think we should
You
go
see
to
a hallway
the north
with a
door.
door.
Then I'm gonna head up towards the north.
Okay.
We should not be so split up. Come back to the north door.
Why is everyone not following Kukin?
Because
I'm
Cook is
following
going
you
wrong
for a
way.
change.
Because Kukin goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Kukin's biggest. Kukin kills everything.
Are you
Where is
opening the north
everybody?
door?
No, I'm sorry. Are you opening the door, Thor? I should have.
So I sigh. Fine, I'm going back to the others.
Wait, Sneaky, where are you going?
Back to the others. You best be follow as well.
Where-
And
where are
Archimedes
the
is
others?
just hearing all this because he's an owl. He's just sitting there. Just kind of like, what
Where are
is
the others?
his head's turning
Back
back and
where
forth.
back by that weird
confused.
sarcophagus thing.
Sneaky, don't leave me.
I look at Archimedes and it's like, don't look at me. I got here like hour before you did.
Okay, when he's going back up towards where the sarcophagus is, Kukin
He goes
smashes the
over to
skeleton.
see if everything's alright.
Kukin smashes the skeletons again. As he
Are
goes
you
by.
okay? Is everything fine?
There are little bone bits all over the floor, everywhere.
Just so we know, when we get back to the lord of the city, it was all Kukin's idea to smash all the other skeletons.
Oh,
Agreed.
skeletons attack. That's good work.
The architecture in this, whatever this place is, doesn't look anything like what you've seen in the city.
Alright. Now we open the door.
Okay.
You see steps going down to another set of doors. Or to another door, rather.
I inspect the steps. Do they look like they're good stonework?
Kukin just barges
They
through
look
and
like
starts
steps.
going down the steps.
Well, I didn't know if they were stone or carved
All right.
in, or if they were.
Stop. Pull back a little bit. Pull Kukin back a little bit. Stop right
Archimedes is
there.
like, wait, and he's gone.
Kukin,
Yes.
as you're walking down the steps, descending into the darkness, you get about halfway down the steps when all of a sudden these spikes pop up out of the steps, piercing you.
How much damage?
Can you give me a deck save, please?
Oh, sure.
Glad it wasn't me. I would have failed.
And you are all surprised as the sarcophagus lid flips off behind you and a creature looks out of it, leaping at
Crap.
whoever's in the back.
There's three of us.
No.
It's
That's
the same creature covered in rags from before.
What in Strixhaven is
Yeah.
that?
I need a deck save from Kukin, please.
How do I make the get deck save?
If if you're using Argon, you can roll from there, or you can open up your character sheet, hit C on the on your keyboard.
Okay,
and you can
open
roll
up
from
the character
there.
sheet.
Let's see if you're
Hit
using
C.
Argon. There's a list that you can pop up with Argon to get your save skills and tools. Or you could just throw a d20 flat. Let's see if you saved or not.
Okay, just make my save, please.
Okay. Okay. Yes, you pull your foot back just as the spikes begin to enter, so you don't take as much damage you would have. But you don't take that much anyway. It seems like you're fairly quick to react to this, so you only would have taken about half the damage you would have taken anyway.
Sneaky, why do you always fail me with the traps?
You're the one that ran straight in, not me.
You're supposed to go first. And look, Sneaky, this is
And
your
you
job.
jump back. And now you can see that there, in fact, are spikes that just popped out of the stairs.
And the unholy creature of darkness that leaped out of the sarcophagus from behind you is attacking Lyris.
Uh-oh. No. Ah!
You,
What's that?
the creature gets one round of surprise on you, and then it's roll for initiative.
Alright.
Fucking told you not to disturb the dead. Look what you've done.
Alright, so looks
Don't
like
blame
Laris.
me. I didn't disturb the dead.
Laris, it reaches out at you with his claws.
Alright.
Oh,
And, I forgot this, he has advantage because he, jumped out and you not see his initial attack. I'm not trying to be funny about this, but yeah, so he gets advantage on you. However, you are, slick and are able to miss his initial attack. Now that you know that he's there, though, he doesn't get advantage on the bite attack he tries to land on you. Oh, you're just too fleet of foot for him. Must be that's why they call you that. And now, we go to regular round.
Roll for initiative.
So I'll just roll for everybody. And it looks like, Laris, you were able to react and answer back the ghoul's feeble attempts to hurt you.
Alright, I attacked with my short sword. I'm gonna target the ghoul. Attack with short sword. And fail.
Okay, yes, and then, alright, so, let's see, so the ghoul strikes back at you and sees what they can do. This time they're going to try to bite at you first. And then claw at you. And they miss, or he misses. It misses those. And so, Kukin, it's your turn next.
Kukin shoulders his way through people to get beside the thing and attacks.
Okay.
Okay, I'm clicking on the hammer. Why isn't it bringing up the thing to roll?
Did you
So
target
you target
him?
the hammer.
Oh, I forgot to target. Right. Thank you.
There you go. Okay, it looks like you hit him. And we'll do a little combat music too. Okay, so your hammer slams into him, knocks him, knocks into his shoulder. But he's made of sterner stuff. Caldwell,
Yes.
how can you help your party?
Do I have enough room to get to flanking them?
Yes, you can move through spaces of. We're not playing flanking, and we're just saying that you can move through your allied spaces. So you can just move through, and you can flank him. You won't have advantage, but you can move through him though. But you can move around.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So that would be the path you would take. So yeah, you can go around behind him. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think we're playing flanking roles.
Attack.
Clarify on that though. So no matter you hit.
We're not playing flanking roles?
I'll have to check with you. Check about that. All right. So you hit. Raper slashes into him, and now he's starting to look like you're showing the effect of his wounds. Eldrin.
Alright, I'm just gonna go for the simple shoot him in the face.
Always works.
All right.
Rip.
Which face are you aiming for?
Apparently my own.
Yeah.
That's the second natural one I've rolled tonight.
Yeah. Do you is that a misfire, I believe?
Don't know if they do misfires in 5e.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're playing. Yeah, I'm not
I'd
sure.
say
If,
no
once
misfires because I don't want to do fumbles or anything like that. Just use the standard rules as they are.
It just means you have to clear that out. If once again, why don't we let me check out misfire. Normally for firearms, yeah, you misfire like a 1 or 1 or 2, depending on the type of weapon.
I think that was in Pathfinder, but I don't know how.
No, there's misfires in D&D too, but that came out with a critical role gunslinger.
Yeah, the critical role. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes out with the gunslinger.
So why don't I double check and see if that's a roll?
Oh, I'll just switch to the crossbow after this anyway.
Okay, all right, but I'll get back to you about that. And all right, so Redgar.
Get ready. Swinging my great axe. Die, you beastie!
Okay. Yeah, see, it looks like you hit him, and you hurt him. Your axe bites deeply into him, and now this black, sticky blood is starting to flow out of him.
Ha!
He just growls at you.
I only got about 4 minutes left.
Anger and
Guys.
pain. And Archimedes.
Okay, see if I can do this here. I'm going to do my bonus action. I'm going to do Hex. Oh, I gotta put a target on.
Okay.
How do I target? Okay, Hex. Let's see.
Yeah, it should ask you for.
Yeah, it's asking. Wait a second, what does it ask? I can't remember. It's ability.
It's asking. Yeah, it's asking which ability you want to curse.
Yeah, I'm trying to think which is. Strength, I guess.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Can't tell if I hit or not.
You can want to roll. Unfortunately, it's going to be a disadvantage since he's right on top of you.
Oh. Well, I already chose that, didn't I? Okay.
Give it a shot.
1d10. Can't remember which one's the d10.
Did you roll to see if you hit?
Now I'm about to roll.
Okay. Well, first you need to make your attack roll. So it's be D20.
Oh, D20. God.
Yeah, or you could just click on the disadvantage button over and under Eldritch Blast in the chat. Um,
Let's see first.
yeah, there you go. Oh, looks like you hit him. Despite
Yeah.
disadvantage, so go ahead and roll that D10, which you actually
D10.
did. I'll take that 10
I
if you like.
will not count that because I did that wrong.
Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter whether whichever roll, 10 or a 2, he was barely alive or barely
Wow.
undead. So, yep, you actually are able to take him out just because of your Eldritch
Wow.
Blast. So, yeah, your Eldritch Blast blows him apart, just and he falls into gory chunks onto the floor. Okay.
Caldwell checks the sarcophagus for loot.
There is a body in there. It's a skeleton adorned in plate armor, but the plate armor seems battered. But what's strange about it is it almost seems like it's almost as if it was designed that way. It has a strange pattern to it. And there's an old knocked rusty greatsword inside there as well.
Can I cast Detect Magic on the sarcophagus to see if anything's magical in there?
Yes, you can. And the plate is serviceable. And you do not detect any magic in there.
Hmm.
But it wouldn't fit me.
Yeah, so you would detect magic actually, and then you would kind of cast it really on yourself, and then it gives you kind of a vision of the whole area around you, but nothing glows as if it were magical.
I have to go, guys. So Coogan send for tonight. Normally this won't be a problem. It's just because my aunt died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
yeah.
that.
Let's break here.
Yeah,
All right.
Because of this, it's a special circumstance.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
We'll pick this up with the armor next time.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're
That was
welcome.
fun.
Hey,
Thanks for understanding.
I'll keep you and your family in my prayers.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. I know you do. I'm sorry this happened.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's it for this week's Adventure Kitties, brought to you by the Department of Dread. And I'm Reverend Bob, and I'll see you next week.